Welcome to Remelations. We're your hosts.
I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke. Remelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle.
This week we have a dream about a wedding, ravers, and unique wedding ring ideas.
We're also talking about voice memos, sleepwalking, and eating on the ceiling?
And if you want a nightmare tonight, be sure to stay tuned because we're talking about jumping spiders and a new study that talks about their REM cycles. All right, bestie, let's get started.
Woo!
Okay, we're recording. Yes, the air's turned off.
Next, are you recording? Yes. Mics are on?
Yep. Okay, mics are on. Check. Seems like we're off to a good start.
Well, my headphones still don't work, so I don't know what that's all about.
I don't know. You have the worst luck when it comes to technology.
Today was no different. It's work and personal. Like
it's like a cloud of anti-tech follows you around everywhere you go.
Follows me every fucking where.
All right. Well, here we are back for another dreamy episode of Remelations.
Oh, I love that. A dreamy episode.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have a dream.
Okay, let's hear it.
This dream comes from Emily. No, sorry. Well, her name's Erin, Emily, Ann. So I don't know which one to go with. I'll go with
a three-namer. 3 first names.
Emily. Yeah. We'll just go with Erin. That's the first one. Well, so this dream comes from Erin from Black Diamond, Alberta.
Whoa.
I know. Doesn't that sound like a beautiful place?
Yeah.
What is it? I bet
they do
Diamond?
A lot of skiing.
You know, I was curious, so I had to look it up. And it's not far. It's like southwest from Calgary.
Oh, okay.
And it's like in foothills country. And the population, because I was curious, I'm like, this sounds like an amazing town. So I totally Googled it. Only 2,700 people live there.
Tiny
little Black
Erin.
Diamond.
Everyone's got to know Erin in that town.
I know. Well, Black Diamond's on the map now. It's on this podcast. It has
worldwide.
All right.
Now, can I ask real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Erin, Aaron or Erin or
Erin?
Okay,
Erin. Okay. My most recent wedding dream was that my great-grandfather, who passed away in 2006, was at my wedding.
Well, okay, that's nice.
He was alive, but not very responsive.
Oh.
Kinda catatonic, zombie-like, but could walk and move fairly normal, just stiffly.
Okay.
Okay, I know, your face. I don't know. That's a rough start.
That is a rough start.
Coming out the gate hot. Okay.
Coming in hot.
He didn't speak, but I could sense / read his emotions from his face. He was very excited to be there.
Oh.
Which I think was really what matters.
It's picking up again. Okay,
yes. In my dream, it was my wedding, and I was wearing a white baby doll dress. And my fiance had black jeans and a t-shirt with a tux printed on it.
Ooh, this is beyond casual.
This is really cash.
Very cash.
For some reason, my wedding was taking place in a carpeted sub-basement of a church where they held Sunday school.
Carpeted sub-basement
yeah,
might be my favorite description we've ever had so far.
Talk about a photography nightmare.
Right?
A carpeted basement wedding. No.
Sub-basement.
Sub-basement, yes.
It's like more than a basement. It's
well, just wait. She's going to go on to explain it really, really well. We had to descend a few flights of stairs to get there.
Uh-huh.
And one of the floors above where the wedding was a club / rave.
Nice.
But for some reason, you could only hear it if the door was open.
Oh, good soundproofing.
And my great-granddad wandered into this club.
Oh, boy. Great-granddad's gonna get funky.
We were set to start the ceremony when I realized he was gone. So I went to the club room, which he had wandered into. There he was, in a circle of teens. Think typical Y2K stan Gen Zers.
Oh, yeah.
He had glow stick necklaces and sunglasses and was very, very slowly doing the robot with these kids.
They hooked him up. Way to go, great-granddad.
Right? Can you just imagine? He's like, he's stiff because he's dead. So, like, it's...
But
robot's
he's moving.
Easy.
Is it like Weekend at Bernie's glow sticking?
I mean, you need to drink lots of water at those ravers, you know? Rehydrate his body.
Yes. Let's get some liquid into great granddad.
So I was like, cool, he's having fun.
He is.
And so I gave him some time. And then we went down to the ceremony together.
Okay. That's nice that she waited for
Right. She's like, Pops, you're having fun.
Let's let this one ride.
We'll finish out the song.
This could be your last hurrah, even
Your
if
last
it's in a
rave.
dream. It could be your first and last rave.
Have you ever been to a rave or like a crazy club scene?
I mean, I've been to some crazy clubs, but never to a rave. Like,
no.
I'm not here to offend anyone, but like house music and stuff has just never been my jam. I like lyrics. I like lyrics. I like to sing along.
Yes, you like the music.
I like
fully.
the words.
I like the words. I went to one once very long ago, and it was only there for like 10 minutes to pick someone up, and I was like, get me the fuck out.
Like, no.
And I'm sure this was like back in the early 2000s. Like, people were just on X like crazy.
24/7. Those were the early 2000s.
Oh my
That's
God.
what it was.
And it was a club that allowed in like 14-year-olds to like 24-year-olds. It was like the Chicago suburbs. It was
oh my God.
not a good
terrible.
idea.
I don't
Yeah,
think
not
you
a good
should
idea.
ever. I mean, I've seen clubs that maybe let 18-year-olds in and they have to have like a stamp or something that says no alcohol or whatever.
Oh, God.
But 14?
Yeah, no, it was weird. It was weird. Anyways, walked right out. But I did see a lot of people drinking lots of water, and I saw lots of glow sticks. So that is my club experience right there. Whole 10 minutes.
Well, I don't think you're too far off. I
might be a little old for the club
lots
scene
of
now.
water, lots of glow sticks.
Right? It's just
and
called
lots
kids.
of brushing each other's hair.
You look so pretty. It's like the drunk talk. Oh my God, you're so pretty.
my,
I'm
like,
so glad you're my best friend.
It's like drunk talk, only you feel it too.
Yes. All right, so back to the ceremony.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Erin.
The officiant was a weird hybrid of a priest who used to give math at my Catholic elementary school.
Okay.
Holla. And my 4th grade science teacher who died.
Lots of dead people making appearances in this dream.
Right? The chairs were folding chairs that came out of a crawl space under the stage, like in a school gym. And there was no decor. Unless you counted the exposed basement beams and spider webs as decorations.
Is it a Halloween party?
I'm in. I mean, yeah, you can take that theme. I mean, run with it if you
work with
what you got.
You know?
I was still stoked to be getting married, and extra stoked that my great granddad made it.
And I have a feeling, I mean, she might not mention it, but I have a feeling her great granddad is going to be a hit at the reception because he was
Is that where you'll go back up to the club for the dances?
He's already like in club mode.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to come to this wedding, but let's get to the reception part.
We did the vows, etc., but then realized we didn't have any rings. But on a side table, there was leftovers from some earlier meeting in the day, and there was a plate of old spaghetti.
Oh, no! Where is this going? Okay.
So the officiant tied pieces of old spaghetti around our fingers. And
that is efficient.
And then we ate them in some kind of unity ceremony.
I have so many questions. Let's keep going.
And my great granddad was just vibing with his glow stick necklaces in the front row.
I knew he'd be into it.
And then she woke up.
I have so many visuals.
But she did put a little extra at the bottom at the end I want to add. Also, so to contrast this dream wedding, as in not a dream wedding, but a wedding in a dream.
In a dream, yes.
We are actually having a brief outdoor ceremony in Banff National Park on October 1st. A non-religious ceremony with grandmother's BFF as the officiant.
Aww.
And the reception, which is only going to be about 20 people at an Irish pub. In reality, we're also wearing much nicer clothes than a baby doll dress and a t-shirt tux.
I'm happy to hear that.
However.
Oh, no. Let's just end it. We'll be wearing nicer clothes.
However, his ring hasn't arrived yet. So I'll have to keep some spaghetti on hand just in case. I love the end. It is perfect.
I hope
Good
her grandma's
job,
friend
Erin.
knows how to make spaghetti rings just in case.
I mean, rings these days are, you can get all kinds of rings, all different types of shapes, sizes, gemstones.
Of a ring.
You can use
You can get
spaghetti.
a spaghetti ring. I mean, what about, you know what I want? Because I go big. I want a
right.
tortellini ring. I want a tortellini ring that's like a 10-carat diamond.
Now, is it cheese stuffed?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I mean, is there meat in there, or is it just cheese? I mean,
No,
I gotta
it's
know.
cheese.
Okay,
It's cheese. Don't you worry.
I'll let Chad know.
I've thought about this for the last
Obviously.
10 seconds, so I've got it all worked out.
You've been thinking hard since that part of the dream. Like, that is like, I mean, definitely
spaghetti.
a stress wedding dream, but very lighthearted in the same
Very
sense.
lighthearted. And I'm glad her great granddad had so much fun living in like rave times.
Right?
Who knew?
Who knew? Maybe he was a big dancer back in the day. Like, I mean, great granddad,
You know
this is probably like he grew up with a jitterbug.
I
He's
feel
having
like
a good
that
time.
is the generation that actually like would go out and dance and it'd look cool, and they'd
Swing
actually
dance.
like dress up to go on a plane and like respect.
It was a cool generation.
I'd like to do the jitterbug. Let's do the jitterbug on one of our live shows.
On our live show. You
We'll
keep
have to
adding
learn
all
it.
these. You keep saying we're doing all these dances, and this our first live show is not going to be like a show. It's just going to be a dance performance by
Not
Brooke.
a word spoken for a podcast. It will be all
Unique?
dancing.
It'll sell out, I'm sure.
And I'm sure Mindy will know all the moves, and
Somehow.
I'm just as sure that I won't remember any of them. And I'll just be
You won't even remember saying this now.
dancing.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, Erin, again, thanks for sending the dream. You know, we talk
That was
about wed
fun.
mares. They happen, especially leading up to weddings. So she's just getting married in less than like 2 months. So
Yes.
definitely on the precipice of wedding stress.
She is in the home stretch right now.
The fact that she dreamt about her great granddad is just the sweetest thing. Because I really think that people who have passed that visit us in dreams come to send a message.
Yeah.
And overall, I think this is just a, hey, I'm happy for you type of message that he's
Very
delivering.
relaxed, very lighthearted.
Yes.
And I love that part of it too. And he played a very prominent role in the
Right.
dream. Like he was a big part of the dream.
Right.
Well, at least I see him grooving and dancing in my head, at least.
Yeah. So even though we have like this really traditional setting, and you think of grandparents as very traditional,
Yeah.
a lot of things going on that are untraditional, right? It's in a basement. We have a club scene. We're using spaghetti rings. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of untraditional in a setting that is maybe would be more traditional. So I think that's an interesting aspect.
It very much is. I do like that part of it.
So the emotion on great granddad's face, happiness, and then, you know, when you feel an emotion in a dream, it's so. But that's the underlying thing. So I
Right.
think that's good that he felt she could just tell he was happy to be there.
I think it's very genuine feeling.
Yeah.
Very.
Now let's talk about this venue because I would not recommend it.
The sub basement.
Sub basement, like, okay, and we talk about stairs before. So like going down the stairs is usually not a good sign,
Yeah.
but they also go back upstairs to go to the rave and then back downstairs for the ceremony. So I feel like in a way, I read this as like you go into marriage and there's good times and there's bad times.
Yeah, ups and
right?
downs.
I mean, it's a wedding dream. There's the good parts of good days of being married and there's the shitty days, and you just kind of got to balance it out. So that's not uncommon.
No, the dream is like the exact representation of ebbs and flows in a relationship.
Right. And I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just pointing
No.
out that, hey, this is what life is.
It is.
This is what's going to be.
It's not normal if you're all happy and carefree all the time. There are real things that happen in life. Real
Like
issues.
the dishes in the sink.
There are fights that happen, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that you're on a downward spiral. Fights
No.
mean passion too.
Yes, it does. And it's usually the stupid things that get you going.
It's always
So it's the stupid things. Now I have to ask,
Oh, no.
is there something that you and that you and Chad bicker about? You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but is there something that drives you guys crazy about each other?
Well-
It'll set you off no matter.
I mean,
Matter what.
he's got nothing on me, obviously.
True,
because
obviously.
There's nothing to improve.
Good thing he doesn't listen to this podcast
Right.
either. So
Well, that's one.
Dish.
Let's
Oh.
start with that. That's a biggie that he
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
listen to the podcast. I should. Oh, this is terrible that I have too many right off the top of my head. He's never
sorry,
on time.
open this.
Yeah, you opened
Okay,
a can of worms.
a can of
Like,
worms, yeah.
never ever. I mean, he gets to work on
Okay.
time, which is a big problem for me because I'm like,
If you can do that on
if
time.
you can do that, am I like such low on your totem pole that
God, I can understand that.
and he's like,
Okay.
I don't understand. He's like, I don't know why I do it. I'm like, well, it's got to stop. And the fact that he is the slowest and messiest cooker in the world.
Oh.
And I shouldn't complain about someone that cooks, but...
Right, considering you don't?
Because I don't. But as someone that has to clean...
Oh, okay. So you guys split that chore. Like,
Which
he does
I
the
think
cooking,
is
you'll do
fair.
the cleaning?
Yeah,
I
I've always been raised that whoever cooks doesn't clean.
Yes.
That's fine. But when it is like a tornado came through, whether it's tacos or, I mean,
spaghetti.
Fucking spaghetti. The kitchen is like some kind of horror movie happened in it, and it drives me crazy. But
oh my gosh,
those are some biggies. How about you?
They're cute. Oh gosh, I know. I asked the question. Now I'm afraid to answer.
Because yours does listen.
He listens. He's on time. He is definitely more of a workout person than I am.
Okay.
And so
does he push you for that?
He does, but not like I would say in a bad way. But he's like, "Well, I'm gonna run today." And I'm like,
like hint, hint.
Okay, well, have fun on your run.
Like, good job.
He is definitely more of a health conscious person than I am. And even when it comes to eating like dinners and stuff, he'll be like, let's have a salad tonight. I'm like, let's have a baked potato and a really big steak.
Let's have a salad and a baked potato and a really big steak. That's just the appetizer, kind of.
But no, it's good because it ends up balancing us out. But sometimes it's like, okay, I just want chicken wings and mac and cheese. And that's okay.
I mean, there's always going to be that 5-year-old in us somewhere, right? That just wants chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. I know for me, that's never going to go away.
No. So back to the dream interpretation here. So then we have the club, which obviously fun. And I see great grandpa's out there using the glow sticks and having a good time. And light. It's light. It's a fun type of light. Light's usually good in dreams. Like light is good. Light means
positive.
Positive, yeah. Spirituality or whatever. But they're glow sticks. And so I think that's the best kind of light.
I mean, and I'm wondering now, like, I mean, we would never ask, but I'm going to ask. I wonder how old Erin is. Just because of the rave element of it. Because like you said, that is very, as I like to say, turn of the century. Turn of the 2000s.
Well, she did call them typical Y2K Stan Gen Zers.
See? Well,
so that would guess that maybe she's in that range.
Yes.
All right, then we get to my favorite part of the dream is the ring exchange, of course.
If this isn't your favorite part of the dream, I don't know what is.
I don't know why you're listening to this podcast. This is not your favorite part of the dream.
You just don't get it.
It's just, again, like going back to like the non-traditional sense of a wedding, it's just really lighthearted. It's like, don't take things too seriously. Mm-hmm. Marriage is about compromise. Life is about going with the flow of things. Overall, it's just kind of lighthearted. Again, a lighthearted piece of the dream.
And I liked also it's like a very intimate setting.
And she ate it. It's like instead of like sharing the cake, they just eat each other's spaghetti rings.
They take their
interlock arms.
They lock arms and they take their little fork and put some on it and feed each other a bite. But spaghetti too. It also made me think like spaghetti can be al dente, like too not cooked enough. It can be mush. It can be overcooked. Spaghetti, even pasta, I think is also a representation. You got to find that sweet spot.
Yeah. Now, if you're gonna have any sort of pasta, here's another question for you. If you're gonna have any sort of pasta, what's like your favorite pasta shape? Tortellini. my ring tortellini. Tortellini ring. Is that your favorite?
I do love tortellini because I like anything stuffed with cheese.
Okay, got it. Totally. I would go with I'm the opposite. I like angel hair.
That is
a little bit. Just a little whisper of pasta. But a lot of it. A big whisper of pasta.
Now, I have to admit, I was going to say, I don't like angel hair pasta. Even though all pasta tastes the same.
They do.
It depends on the delivery method. But how you said a whisper of pasta makes me want to eat angel hair pasta now.
I'm hungry.
Because my dad's that way. Like, he just wants a spaghetti noodle, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's fine.
He's not going with the penne,
I mean, he'll eat it, but if he had his choice, his druthers, he would pick just a spaghetti.
Okay, this is got to be our poll of the week in our Facebook group. We're going to find out what everyone's favorite type of spaghetti is.
Pasta.
But yeah, I guess it's pasta. What everyone's favorite type of pasta is. If you're not a part of our Facebook group, you can click in the show notes on this episode or just Google Remelations Besties fan page and join the fun group of
and just
cool cats and kittens in there. And you can see all the answers. Overall, I'm just going to wrap up this dream real quick. Again, stress dream, but very lighthearted. I think Erin's a non-traditionalist in the sense that I just feel like she's a free spirit. I just have this feeling that...
Can't you tell? Yeah.
I'm doing this whole marriage thing. It's all like as it's supposed to be. My grandpa's very traditional, perhaps, but I think great-grandpa showing up in the dream is more like he accepts that she's maybe non-traditional or she's not doing a traditional church wedding. Instead, she's getting married on a mountain and having a pub reception. I think that's amazing. And Erin,
congratulations.
Yes. And please post some pictures. Make sure you're in our besties group and post some pictures. We would love to see your spaghetti rings. And I honestly hope his ring comes in the mail.
I also hope our save the dates in the mail. Just hint, hint, Erin.
I want to go to Black Diamond,
Alberta. We like to dance.
She will bring the glow sticks. Brooke is in charge of the glow sticks, so don't worry. We got that covered.
I will bring whatever you need as long as we're in Black Diamond.
As long as it's under $10.
As long as I can get it from Five Below.
Yeah, there you go.
Like a big bag of them.
Fun. Thanks, Erin.
Yes, thank you so much, Erin. And as always, we always encourage everyone to share their dreams because we just had so much fun talking about Erin's dream. I have one coming up as well. But we want to hear from you. Whether you have a dream story, go ahead and share with us at remelations@gmail.com. And who knows, you could be the next Erin on the show. I did it at work, so I have like handwritten notes.
I always do I always print off and then handwrite my notes. I don't know why.
Well, I am still very much a hand writer, if that's a thing.
Yeah, handwriter.
A handwriter as opposed to a
that
leg
is a
writer.
thing.
I don't know.
There's something to be said for notebooks and pens and paper
Yes, it's, I don't know, it's comforting to me.
I was such a person who loved to write down stuff, and then I got my iPad, and then I switched to Notably, which is like the digital form. Oh my God, I love it. I got my iPad pencil, whatever the fuck you call it, Apple Pencil.
iPad pencil.
I got a pencil that works digitally. And you can even like make it lined paper. You can make it like graph paper.
You can.
Oh my God. And you can drag in pictures. So like,
can you make it wide ruled instead of college ruled? Because I need a wide ruled.
Do you need? You're a big bubble writer.
I'm a big bubble writer.
Bubble letter writer.
Bubble letter writer. I need a big space.
Oh my God. I got so frustrated this morning. I had an incredible dream. Like, I would say one of the best I've had.
Ever?
Epic long. Well, I mean, since we've been doing this podcast.
Okay,
so
that's a long time.
Wrote it down. Like I rolled over. I started writing it down. My pen stopped working. I got so damn angry this morning. Because as soon as I get out of bed or as soon as I do anything else, it's like the dream fades and you don't. I'm like, just gotta do licking it and licking it, trying to get it to work. I'm
every last drop.
Anyways, got it written down. It's going to be an upcoming episode. I'm excited about that.
I have a question for you. I know it happens a lot with left-handed people, but I'm right-handed. You're right-handed. I still get ink like on my pinky side. You know, like left-handed people do because they write and then their hands rub against the ink. But for some reason, I come home from work.
You somehow just managed to do that, huh?
It's purples and pinks. All the colors I use to write my notes.
I don't know how you do that then, but my youngest is a lefty, and our youngest son's a lefty. So they constantly complain about how annoying it is.
I know it is. I've seen it. But I just feel like I always have I must not write correctly.
We're going to have to record that and look at the tape on that.
Yes,
I don't even know how that works. Review the tape. All right, Brookie, do you have a dream to share?
I do. And let me tell you. This one made me so happy because it's from our bestie, Mary in Poland.
Mary. Yes.
Love Mary. And she always has nice things to say. Let me just start. Hello, my lovely birds. I just love her so much.
I like that. I like it already.
And it's an exclamation point, too. Hello, my lovely birds. Okay, I'm just going to get into it because this is more of a dream story.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
She always has good dream stories. Okay.
She really does. First things first. Oh, I forgot about this part. This is to us. First things first, I would love to send warm hugs to both of you.
Aww.
You never fail to make my evening better when I just snuggle into my bed. Even my future wife is fascinated when I mumble something funny about the podcast while I'm listening to Remelations before sleep in my headphones.
Cute.
It's so cute.
Aww.
Thank you, Mary.
And congratulations on the future wife
I
thing.
know. Woohoo. We got another wedding to go to.
Man.
My gosh.
Yeah, so wait for that. Save the date.
We got
And for airline tickets to come down in price a little.
Yeah, we need some notice. Okay. So she says, a couple of days ago, I woke up, unlocked my phone, and to my surprise, I noticed that I had a voice memo app open.
Oh.
And there was a voice message recorded at 2 a.m., which, for the love of God, I do not remember recording.
Oh my God, she's doing a Brooke. Remember when you shared your dream?
This is a total Brooke. And just wait, I feel like this is a perfect Brooke-Mindy combination story.
Okay.
Okay, so she does not remember recording it. It was that night that I was sleeping alone, so unfortunately, I did not get my fiance's side of the story to go along with it. A little background first. I'm known to sleepwalk, talk in my sleep, all that jazz. Usually I tell my fiance to stop texting with Damon Salvatore from the Vampire Diaries, extremely offended, and go back to sleep.
Do you watch the Vampire Diaries?
I don't. He is so striking though. Like his eyes have always pierced right through me. And you know, I'm a CW gal. I mean, I'm a supernatural, for life. So I'm surprised I never got into Vampire Diaries, but I could.
My kids are obsessed with it. To the fact, like my youngest and one of my other kids, they watched the whole series like 4 times. I'm like, that's a lot.
That is
because there's a lot of seasons in that.
Because they're hour long, and CW does it right.
Yeah.
They don't do like 10 episode seasons. They're still doing
20.
20 episodes.
22, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot of work, but I get it. Okay, so
yeah,
I would dream of Ian. Say, hashtag, what does Ian Somerhalder dream? Yes,
Woo!
Ian.
Oh my God.
Did you just drool?
Just drool.
I mean, he's hot, but Brooke, settle down.
I can't believe I don't know where that came from.
All of a sudden, okay, I'm gonna have to put this. Okay, this is going up on the sleepover squad just so
this
Mary
is
specifically
video
can see
gold.
you drooling when I mentioned Damon.
I don't even know why.
That was weird.
Yes, I mean, if I'm going to choose someone to drool over, yes, he's pretty, but I'm not going to pick him. I mean, maybe my body thinks otherwise. We know the answer is going to be Brooke and Mindy. And that's what he dreams about.
And Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Of course.
She dreams about him.
Well, I know he dreams about her, too. I just know it.
I have
He might not know who it is, but it's Mary.
Mary
Her
from
essence,
Poland.
Her essence is in his dreams.
All right, back to Mary's dream.
Okay, so she goes back to sleep. But there is also a funny story in which I tried to convince my older sister in my sleep that my pregnant mother was giving birth in the middle of the night and scared her to death.
Oh, I'm sure. Can you imagine?
So Mary does a lot. Mary gets around in her sleep.
A few parasomnias too. Like
I mean
a few issues. The sleepwalking, the sleep talking.
She kind of does it all. I mean, she dreams, she talks, she walks, she makes phone calls, and even voice memos. I mean, Mary, never stop being you. We love you so much. Okay. And even now she says, okay, I'm mumbling a bit, so I'll get to the point. I'm like, you can tell us whatever you want.
Keep going.
So now we get to the good part. In this voice message.
Oh, God, I can only imagine.
I know, it's good. I start by talking about The Sims. I explained that I have to constantly enter cheats into a game to stop my pregnant Sims and newborn babies from dying.
Oh.
That's interesting. That's a lot of responsibility.
I mean, there's a lot of cheats in Sims, don't get me wrong. I mean, one of my favorite games of all time.
That's why I was like, this is a good Mindy Brooke
Yes, but I don't know that cheat code.
Well, you should learn it. You should keep those babies alive. Okay.
And by the way, Sims 3 is always going to be the best Sims.
Oh, that should be a poll too, because I have no idea.
So there's a Sims 4, and it's not good. And until they make it a multiplayer game online, then I'm just out until then. They have technology. I'm just going on a tangent here.
That's okay.
Sims 3.
My brother has told me that I should play The Sims for years and years.
Decades? Yeah, it's been around
really
for a while.
has been decades. I didn't want to say it that way, but he's like, you would love it. And I'm like, I probably would. I'm just never got into it, but I'm sure I would. Okay. Newborn babies, stopping them from dying. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then I seem to forget all about the game, getting distracted by something. This is where I start talking about my fiance, Dasha. And I hope I'm saying that right. Dasha. Either way,
know.
You're a very lucky lady to be with Mary. That's all.
We'll do a redo if we get your name wrong.
Okay. I seem to be disturbed, but also a little cocky, judging by the sound of my voice. I explained that Dasha's mother told her to fold her clothes in a very neat manner and that she's crying because of it.
Oh. I
seem to be delighted that I do not have to keep my wardrobe that clean, that I can do whatever I want with my clothes. I need to hear this. We need Mary to send in this voice
Oh, gosh,
memo.
yes, please.
And with that, I conclude that no rules apply to me at all by saying, I don't even have to eat at the table like normal people. I can eat on the ceiling.
Oh.
And that's her voice memo. That's where her voice memo ends.
Wow.
I have no idea what my sleepwalking self was mumbling about, but I guess it was important enough to record it.
That is, well, it's interesting that she had the awareness, the semi-lucid awareness to be like, I got to record this for Mindy and Brooke. Click.
That's what I love about her. She's always thinking about someone else. Always thinking about us. But I feel like Mary needs to keep her voice memos going like your dream journals. I feel like between the two of you, her voice memos and your dream journals, this could be one heck of a world we live in.
That was great. Wow. But that's crazy. Like to record that and then just have no clue in the morning.
No
like,
clue. And then like
what
she must be thinking when she listens to it. Like, what the hell? Like, what I took from it is control. I mean, which is a big issue with people dream about that all the time. But Sims, right?
Yes,
You're
sure.
in total control of
the
pregos and the babies and everyone else in the world.
Cheat code,
Your
cheat
Sims
code.
world. So I feel like, but also at the end, she's very proud that she doesn't have that control over her, like Dasha's mom. She's like, I don't have to do that.
I'm going to fold my laundry that way.
Ceiling.
I'm not going to eat on the ceiling.
I can eat
Are you going to eat spaghetti on the ceiling? And what kind of spaghetti is it? What shape? Or no, what kind of pasta is it?
I love how you call all pasta spaghetti.
I do. I guess I do. I guess today I learned about myself.
What
I call
kind
all
of
pasta
spaghetti
spaghetti.
do you like? You're like,
spaghetti?
Spaghetti? But also, like, so I just think it's funny. Like, she wants that total control or no control at all.
Right.
But other than that, it was mostly, I think, just an entertaining dream story. Of course, she's got another little ending to tell us.
Okay.
This is so cute, too. Once again, love you so much.
That's one too many so's. We don't deserve that last one.
We don't deserve that many, but
I mean, 5, maybe 6, you're pushing it.
But we love you too. And she says, greetings from Poland. Oh, this part. Greetings from Poland with hugs, warm like cozy blankets and hot chocolate.
Oh, no. You won Brooke over with the hot chocolate and hugs.
You got me. Isn't that so cute?
It is the sweetest.
She always has such a nice little thing to add. And
yes.
I mean, her story. My favorite part was that there was no demon.
There was. We did ask for them to submit. Mary and her sister Bo to submit a dream that didn't have any demons, and so congratulations on a non-demon dream.
I'm so happy.
As far as we know,
don't get me wrong.
Unless the demon sent you to the ceiling to eat.
No. Is a demon eating spaghetti on the ceiling too? Oh no! But no, I think that it is good because we love the supernatural and the demon dreams, but we're so happy that Mary has some relief. At least it's not 24/7 with the demons.
Love it. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. You're so precious to us, too.
Well, speaking of people who are precious, everyone in our sleepover squad is. And we love our sleepover squad members. And if you don't know what that is, head over to remelations.com/support. Not only can you join our sleepover squad for as little as $1 a month. I mean, that just buys Brooke a spaghetti plate.
Spaghetti
box of spaghetti.
I think for $3,
you can get a whole spaghetti meal.
I think you could get maybe 3 boxes of spaghetti.
That's
the
true,
sauce.
Right? Yeah,
that's the key.
True. But it just supports our show. And when you become a Sleepover Squad member, you can also get some behind the scenes, like Brooke drooling in the middle of this podcast. Yep, I'm going to do that to you, Brooke. I am.
I have to let you because that was horrifying to me. Like, I felt it happening, and I had no control.
We had no control over your saliva. We also have a lot of extra dreams, extra episodes. And actually, since it's our birthday month this month, and we're doing our birthday episode coming up, you're going to get that whole episode behind the scenes. So you're going to see our whole episode plus a little extra next week. So that's very exciting.
I'm excited.
So go check it out. remelations.com/support.
Yay!
Speaking of support, I want to give a shout out to a couple of the markets tuning in to listen to this podcast in the last couple weeks. As always, Poland, thank you. Australia, thank you. Our international besties.
I mean, we've got some good international besties, don't we?
They're the best. They're the besties.
They're the besties. They really are.
We also have a lot of besties supporting the show in Philadelphia and Omaha, as always, but also Albany, Greenville, Eugene.
Ooh, is that Oregon?
Yes, I believe so.
Look at
that works for me. Richmond, San Francisco, and Twin Falls.
Nice.
So thank you to each and every one of you for listening.
Thank you. Our global expansion is happening.
Watch out. Evil laugh inserted here. All right. Well, hey, do you want me to give you a nightmare tonight?
Promise. Yeah. No, yeah.
What are your thoughts on spiders?
Well,
do you like spiders?
I don't.
Do they scare you? Are they like a phobia to you?
Spiders aren't my favorite. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
But if I had to pick, like, say, a room of spiders or a room of snakes, I'm going to pick the room of spiders because there's no fucking way I'm going to be in a room with snakes.
Well, hopefully you're never in that position.
I hope so, too. I mean, as long as I'm not in an Indiana Jones movie, there should be no situation in my life where I am in a room.
Fear factor. You're not going to try out for that show.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you said this. I've only seen a few episodes, but the one I saw was so traumatizing. And now that you haven't even really mentioned it, but that might give me a nightmare.
For our bestie who might not know, Fear Factor was a reality TV show. It's no longer on the air, but probably early 2000s-ish.
Yeah. When all the good shit happened.
Where they just had to, like, drink, like, cow's blood and
do weird physical, like they had to be
stand on top of a building that's like 3,000 feet up
fire, and they have to escape, or they're
you get it, fear
in a car that's submerged into water and they have to get out. But
yeah, no, I can't watch these shows.
And then there's a cash prize, but not
of course, but that's not worth it.
No, because this challenge. So there was like a tank of snakes, like a terrarium. Is that what it's called? Like a terrarium.
Yeah. They're not in the water, right? Terrarium would be like an aquarium without water.
No, they're just correct. Okay. They're just in this huge clear case. And you had to go up with your hands tied behind your back and pick them up with your mouth.
No.
And move them to another case. And it was like the weight. Whoever got the most weight in snakes moved.
No.
With your mouth.
So it's a little ironic that you're biting a snake who might bite you.
Right? And some of them were like hissing, and there was small snakes or big snakes, so you kind of had to make that decision, like, am I going to go for the big guy to get more weight, or is that one going to,
where do you really bite it? You go for the tail, it can whip around and get you with his face. You go for his face.
Situation. There's no good outcome with this. I couldn't even finish watching it, but how about, you said spiders?
But we're talking about spiders. Yeah, so this might give you a little bit of a nightmare tonight, bestie, but we're going to talk about jumping spiders.
Ooh. Okay.
And while many humans have nightmares about spiders, it begs the question what do spiders dream about?
Oh my God.
So, according to this recent study, and I'm going to put the links in the show notes where these articles come from. One was NPR.org, one was the Washington Post, and of course, Wikipedia.
I've never heard of any of those. Did you say NPR? Wikipedia?
Right. Kind of big name things. So, a recent study found jumping spiders exhibit REM-like sleep activity while resting.
Are they sleeping when they're jumping?
While they're resting.
Oh, while they're
They have REM-like cycles when they rest. So,
God.
If you don't know anything about jumping spiders, let me tell you a little bit about them. There are approximately 6,000 species of jumping spiders.
I was going to say, which jumping spider are you referring to? You know I know my
I know you know your animal
stuff.
facts.
I was like,
It makes it the largest family of spiders, making up 13% of all spider families.
13?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
They range in size from 1 to 25 millimeters, but for us Americans, that'd be about 0.04 to 0.98 inches in diameter. Body.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a 1-inch jumping spider.
It doesn't
have to be tiny. I'm fine. I don't need it in my life.
No, thanks.
They have 2 rows of eyes. So 4 on each row, give them 8 eyes. So they can really look at you. Which gives them great vision for courting and hunting and navigation.
And jumping.
And they can also jump 6 times their body length. So they can jump up to 6.3 inches or 160 millimeters. Oh. So, yeah, if it's sitting over there, I don't need it jumping over here. Like, it can just, jump.
I know. It can just jump right over me. If it can just keep on moving, is what I say. Keep it going.
So this I found interesting. Their legs are kind of built like mini hydraulic systems. They when they extend their limbs by altering the pressure of their body fluid in their legs. And they go, boing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
No. Still not cool.
I'm like, fascinating.
But here's something that you'll find fascinating is their courting. Let's talk about a little spider love story here real quick. So, spiders' courtship displays both movements and physical body attributes. So, males possess colored or iridescent hairs.
Sexy.
Front leg fringes.
Ooh.
And unique modifications to their body when they're courting the little female spider.
I love unique modifications.
So
that's my favorite.
They typically do a courtship dance in which colored and iridescent parts of the body are displayed.
Love
I mean,
this.
it just sounds like a gay pride parade. It sounds amazing.
Already kind of dancing, and it's just spiders. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting into it.
So, in addition to the colors, they also perform sliding and vibrational or zigzag movements to attract the females.
Zigzag movements. Does the female do anything, or is it just the male
I think they're
spiders?
just like,
I love this.
Show me.
I love this.
Show me what you got.
Like, females are all too often supposed to be like those sexy ones that are like doing the little dance. I love that the jumping spiders, the males doing all the work.
It's like a male review show. It's like going to Vegas and catching the Chippendales.
Or
the thunder from down under.
And they have, I bet, a lot of those species of jumping spiders are from down under.
Yes.
Because Australia's
they have
got a lot of them.
And actually, jumping spiders are on every continent except for Antarctica.
Well, we don't know that yet.
It's true. Maybe
I think they're probably not there, but you never know. I make a trip to Antarctica. You know what's going to end up in my face? A fucking jumping spider. That's just how my
You're like,
goes.
It's desolate. There's not even a polar bear. Wait, there's a jumping spider.
I'm screaming in the middle of the night because there's a jumping spider on my face.
Well, let's get to the background of this arachnid. Let's talk about their dream. Daniela Rossler is a behavior ecologist at the University of Konstanz in Germany. Okay. So she led a study that found jumping spiders experience some sort of REM sleep cycle at night.
So interesting.
So we talked about REM sleep cycles before, and it's a paradoxical sleep, which means a phase of our sleep cycle where our brain shows activity, but our bodies remain still. She said one night in September of 2020, she came home, and she noticed that some jumping spiders she had collected and placed in boxes in her windowsill, they were hanging upside down from their silk lines. Okay. And she described them as like Christmas tree ornaments.
I was thinking like bats. Like bats.
Good for you to like spiders that much to keep them in your home.
Keep them and like open? Like they're just...
Yeah, she's like, I would be like, ew. And she's like, oh, they're like Christmas ornaments. So like, good for you.
Like, I'm just going to let them stay out all year long.
So she was confused. They weren't sure what they were doing, so she decided to do a study on it.
Oh, God.
So the study appears in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences, where her fellow researchers did this setup where they put an infrared camera and observed the young, okay, I can't even say this, the young jumping spiders while they were sleeping. So they had this infrared camera on them. They noticed their limbs twitching as they hung upside down. And because they have translucent exteriors, they were able to record the spider's retinal tubes and the part of the eye
is awesome.
that they used to shift their gaze. And so they saw that it was shaking rapidly during state of inactivity of their body. So their eyes, their little 8 spider eyes are just going.
And their 8 legs, they're all akimbo. The eyes are going, the legs are going, oh!
Ew. So that just, she questions, like, do spiders dream? And she said, well, it's too early to tell. Even if they do, it probably wouldn't be like humans do.
Well, they only dream in Antarctica. So we will never know what they dream of.
Just those ones.
The elusive Antarctica jumping, dreaming spider.
Ew, the elusive. There's only one in existence. So John Liscu is a zoology professor at La Trobe University in Australia. He studies sleep in animals. He said it could be true because there's a lot of known animals that have REM cycles, such as mammals, cats, dogs, birds, and other creatures like octopus, cuttlefish, birds, and insects have all been studied as far as what REM cycles they have.
Ooh, I'd like to know what an octopus dreams. Can we do a hashtag for that? I don't think we're going to get any responses.
Do you know a famous octopus? Octopi, excuse me. But the problem is it's impossible to prove. Just like humans, you can't really prove that humans dream either. It's not like you can attach a node to your head and see
Mindy's dream journal. You can't see Mindy's drawings.
It's like a TV show.
You can't see her drawings.
It's like if it just played like on TV, like what is in your mind's eye? Wouldn't that be so incredible? But unfortunately, we don't have that technology. So
not yet.
But I think that to end this, I think the best quote came from this woman called Teresa Iglesias. She's a neuropathologist at the Okinawa Institute of Science and Technology. And she says, well, she agreed because she studied cuttlefish and how they have REM cycles.
So cool.
And here's what she said, and I quote, I think we're on the cusp of finally addressing the questions of what is REM sleep and what is it for? Why did it evolve in the first place? It's quite possible that maybe sleep and REM sleep evolved once a long time ago and everyone shares the same origin, but we're all manifesting it slightly different.
That's such a cool way to look at it. We're all related somehow.
And these spiders, that little male spider, he's like, he's flashing his iridescent hairs. He's doing the slide and the zigzag.
Hairs,
he's like, hey, baby.
I find it interesting.
He's at the club.
He's at the club with great granddad. Oh my God. The male iridescent
He's having the
jumping
best time. He's jumping. Jump around. Jump around.
Jump.
He's like, that's my jam. That's my jam.
He's running out. All his little 8 legs running out on the dance floor. He's like, ah!
The girls are like, are you looking at me or are you looking at her? I can't tell. You've got 8 eyes.
Mm-mm. Which way?
Keep your eyes on me.
Which way? All 8 of them. Right here. 8.
8. God, that'd be scary to wake up next to that.
I don't want any jumping spiders to do a dance for me. I'm just letting you know now if you're around me, just save it for someone else.
I'm not going to that club.
No, I'm not going to that club. Sorry. But it is funny, I think, in nature, like most of the time it is the male that has like the brighter colors or it's so opposite with humans. Like, we're supposed to wear makeup and dress up and be like, woohoo. But like, even if you think about peacocks, even like the plumage on birds and stuff, their colors are bright. And it's also for protection because the mothers have to protect, the young and have to kind of blend in more. But I just find that so interesting that almost everywhere in nature, it's the male that has to do the.
I mean, really, in real life, it's that way too. Like if you got a court.
You got a court.
Male, female, I don't care which way, but you got a court.
There has to be a courting. It is. It makes you feel good. You have to court someone too. There's that whole back and forth. It's sweet. Yes.
But anyways, I don't know. I hope you guys don't dream of jumping spider snake, but
I'm in such big trouble.
Why?
Why did my phone go off? Can you hear it?
Yeah, is it
Rep?
just random?
Yeah, rep. Oh, I bet it's a government call. I bet it's a
right?
House of Representative. It says Illinois.
Yeah.
I don't live there.
Funny. I wonder if he's going to call me next.
You're next on the list. They're like, Mindy, she didn't answer. Brooke, she forgot to turn her phone off. She's going to get it. But you know what? You should vote for the state you're in. So
yeah, usually.
I don't live in Illinois anymore, so I should not be getting calls from representatives from the state of Illinois.
Oh my God. I have getting so many spam calls lately.
So many.
I don't know.
It's not
you know,
cute.
the whole do not call list and whatever that started way back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Turn of the century.
The turn of the century. I had like 5 today. It's just, and my phone normally just says spam call because it's like a 866 number,
So
but I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I block it every time, but every time it's a different number.
Nope. Yep. And then you end up with these voicemails that are like, hi, I'm running for this and I want your vote. And it's like, delete. It's like,
I got mine today they're mostly business ones too. It's like, do you know that your employees are, I'm like, okay, I am my only employee.
You're like, first of all,
or like,
stop.
you've qualified for this loan. I'm like, okay.
That's good.
Like,
that's good. I don't think I need it though.
Just give me your social security number and
just give
your
it
bank
to me,
account. We'll deposit it.
Give me your blood sample. Give me everything.
No, don't. You look gorgeous in that pink color, by the way.
Thank you. This is my Dupaco shirt.
Oh, it's cute.
That I wore when
Looks
I
good.
volunteered at 4 hours of rainy softball on Saturday.
Ooh, well, it looks good
Thanks.
on you. It's a good color on
I
you.
like it. It's got a hood.
That's a good. That's better than a t-shirt. It's like a long sleeve little, like thin hoodie.
Yeah, it's
which
very
is always
thin,
appreciated.
and it doesn't
But it's
have
good.
like the strings, which I don't like.
Yeah.
I know this is very interesting. It came just.
Oh, we're here to talk about dreams? No,
No.
This is not a fashion podcast.
T-shirt.
Well, you look fabulous.
Oh well, you always look good.
Oh yeah. All right. Thank you. Mom says you should. Mom always says to accept compliments. So thank you.
I know, isn't it hard? Are you?
I know it is hard.
Let me ask you this: are you an apologizer? I know that sounds strange, but I think it might be a Midwestern thing. Mm-hmm. But then there are some people, like at work, this woman said to me today, she's like, stop apologizing. Yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I immediately apologize for apologizing. Like, I don't know if it's like just, and it's like bump, she'll just say something like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, that's just my natural.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, stop
I do it too.
it. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, I just did it again. I'm sorry. I said it again. I'm sorry.
You just get the cycle. No, I try to correct the kids on it because I'm like, you don't have to apologize for everything. Right. But I know I do it. So
I know
like,
they get it from you, Mom.
I know they do. So how was your week?
It's good.
Yes, you need to come up with something other than, it's great. Big smile.
Good, I love life. No, I do love life. Yeah, it's just been a little tough. Work's crazy, but that's all right. It helps me learn the job faster, I guess, but just stress, but that's everybody. What did you do this week? Let's hear about it.
As our bestie might know, I was supposed to go to the Jimmy Buffett concert that was rescheduled from July, but my youngest had COVID, so actually we made the best of the worst situation. Because normally I would just leave her home. My husband would have been home, but he was taking our oldest son to a Korn concert, an Evanescence concert. So they were gone, and they were not going to be home till late. And it's like I couldn't. I mean, she's 13, so I'm not going to leave her home all evening by herself quite yet. Sick. Yeah, she's sick, and
she's my little pumpkin. So I'm glad you're taking care of her.
So we we watched it live on the internet. We made cheeseburgers in paradise. We made virgin margaritas. We danced. We made flamingo decorations and costumes, and I think we just had a fun time. We just wore our masks and danced in the living room.
Making the most of it, I don't think is the right term. I think you did more than making the most of it. I mean,
yeah, it was fun.
You turned it into a full experience.
I said, I'm like, this is a fun concert.
And the two of you will remember that forever.
I told her that. Yeah, we will.
And there'll be another concert for all of you to go to next year.
Unless he retires, because he is like 70 something.
Oh, he'll have
I told Mark,
year.
I said, Mark, he's playing in Vegas in October, so I'm just saying. We should go.
I haven't been to Vegas in a while. I'll go too.
Oh my God. That would be fun.
I love Vegas.
But no, it was fun. We just enjoyed each other's company. And
you'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a good time.
Forever. I know it's unfortunate circumstances, but
that's what you do. You're a mom. You gotta
do
that
with
shit.
the flow. You gotta go with, let life just happens.
Yeah, it was fun. The kids go back to school this week.
Oh my God. Where did summer go? It just is gone.
It'll be nice to get back to some sort of routine.
Yeah. Summer, I bet that's always an adjustment from summer back into the school year for everybody involved. Like,
and considering Mark and I both work from home, it's definitely going to be a lot quieter. It'll just be us and the dog, and that's fine.
That is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I'm glad your kids, do they all like school, or you got any that are like?
Yeah, they're good. The oldest just started her second year in college.
Oh my God.
And so she's moved into a sorority this year. So that'll be interesting.
Nice.
I mean, she was part of the sorority last year, but now she gets to live in the sorority house.
Oh, yeah. You got to be in the house.
Yeah. I don't know. I was not a sorority girl. I could not imagine. I mean, she's got the personality for it.
A lot of
That's
ladies.
just too much femininity for me. I don't think I would like it.
I don't think I like it.
I got along with guys way easier than I got along with girls.
You did have a lot of guy
for most
friends.
of my life.
I mean, like in college and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
got me.
I don't know
in
what it was.
High school, which is all you could ever need.
That's all I needed.
But yeah, I know you do get along with dudes. You had a lot of guys.
I don't know why it is. Yeah. No, I just to live in a house of women.
I did rush.
Did you?
I did when I went to Drake, so right after high school. But they said, you don't have to pledge, but it's a good way to meet people because it was, I mean, it's not a tiny school, but it's a smaller school. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds good to me. I like talking to people. And I forget however many there were. Like the first night you go to all of them. And then the next night you have to see if you get invited back. And then you go to those and it's the whole thing. So I felt so cool for the first time in my life because I got invited back to like all of them. I'm like, I'm into it now. Like
shit.
I fucking pledged. I was a Delta Gamma for like a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I just got so into it because it was so exciting. Like, yeah, I want to come back. Yeah, thanks. And I could see your oldest being really good at being with people and girls and just hanging out.
Yeah. Definitely not my jam, but I'm glad she's happy. Like, you did not get that trait from me.
You're like, not from me, sister.
Don't know. But yeah, back to school. So a little quieter, which is good.
Yes. I know what tomorrow is. Are we telling the world?
No. Oh, we can. Well, I guess it will be yesterday when this comes out.
It will be yesterday. Do you know what yesterday is? Yesterday is Mindy's birthday.
It is.
Which is tomorrow, really. But
yes, tomorrow.
When you hear this, it'll be yesterday. She's gonna be 22.
No, I'm fine. I'm 42. I'm fine with. I don't get why people like. Oh my God, I'm not telling anyone my age. I'm like, I'm 42. I'm fine with it.
You just ask me, and I'll tell you. Like, weight, maybe I won't share, but age, yeah. Go ahead, ask away.
Ask us. I
don't care.
Again, you can always ask us anything.
You can't change it. Weight can go up and down, but age just
true. That is a fact.
Upward
that is
trajectory. A fact. there's no coming down.
There's no down the elevator on that one. But we did get reservations to one of my favorite Italian restaurants. So
I'm excited. Do.
Yes, we are. They just kind of like redid the whole. They just renovated the whole restaurant. So
are you getting spaghetti?
Go check it out.
Angel hair.
Oh my God, I don't know. Are you the type of person that's going to like look at a menu before you go to a restaurant?
Probably. If we're going to be honest.
God. So I saw, you know, the meme, the thing that's going around TikTok, she's a 10, but she.
Oh no.
Okay. So it's like, she's a 10, but she checks out the website of the menu before we go. So it just like brings you down a notch.
Well, if that's the case, that's another thing Chad does. He always, like we sit down and he has already studied the menu and he's just like,
oh yeah, okay, I will say that's a pet peeve of Mark I have because I like to go and be in the ambiance of the restaurant.
Yes, and like
experience it, open the big old menu.
That night that's not on the website and you'll just love it.
No, Mark will be Googling it in the morning and be like, okay, I know what I'm ordering. I'm like, but what if you're not hungry for that at 6 o'clock?
Yeah, like how are you supposed to know?
Like, how do you know?
Don't your taste change?
Mine do.
Yeah. Oh, boy. So
And so he's like, are you ready to order? I'm like, I just started looking at the menu.
I tell you what, you and I can go to dinner some night. We can send
Always.
Mark and Chad. They can research for days whatever they want to eat.
We can pre-pick it out.
We'll just walk in and be like, I don't know. Let me
Take
see a
your
menu.
Yeah, take the time.
Take your time. Enjoy yourself.
Now, your birthday's coming up next week. Well, but not like, 10 days?
Thank you.
It's just like 10 days after mine, right?
Yeah, it is.
So,
it is like a week and a half.
24, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30.
1, 2, 3.
2, 3, 10. Yeah, exactly. 10.
Exactly.
So do you have any plans coming up for your birthday?
I don't
that you know
really know yet. I know it sounds weird. My parents always take me out to dinner. We have a double dinner. They make me something, like my favorite thing.
Nice.
I'll go to their house some night. It doesn't have to be like back to back or anything, but then we'll go out to dinner some night. So my dad's been asking for about a month. He's so cute that way. Like he is on top of it.
Cute.
He wants to know,
what do you
want
me to make you?
What do you want me to make you? Where do you want to go?
Or you pre-check out the menu.
Like you need to start looking at the menu now. I know I have some cousins coming to town Labor Day weekend, so I'm not sure if I'm going anywhere, if I'm staying or what, but
You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. I got these
Figure it out.
beautiful earrings from my
Ooh.
lovely brother. I know they're hard to see.
I like them.
He insisted on giving me my birthday present early because when he was in Chicago for the Gaga concert, he went to a little store called Kate Spade. And got his beautiful sister some beautiful pink sapphire earrings.
Those are gorgeous.
And I couldn't believe it. I immediately took out
That's
the earrings
very
I've
sweet
worn
of
for
him.
like 2 years because I never changed them. But I'm like, they're pink and they're beautiful.
They are adorable. They're so Brooke.
They are. He knows. My brother's like the best gift giver.
He is a good
He is
gift
a
giver.
good gift giver.
Yep. All righty. Well,
You guys, seriously though, tune in next week. It's going to be a birthday extravaganza.
wow. I loved how you said that. I love the enthusiasm, Brooke. And it is going to be a birthday extravaganza. You're right. It's going to be a very unique episode since it's our birthday episode. It's smack dab between our birthdays. So don't forget to send in your questions for our Ask Us Anything. Post them in our Facebook group or send them to remelations@gmail.com. What do you want to know about us? We're going to answer all your questions.
You can't ask our
We have some
weight,
fun
but you
things.
can ask our age and
Our
everything.
age.
You can
I
ask.
told you.
We'll probably
Just
tell
let
you,
us know.
honestly. I'll probably tell you because we love you so much.
All right, Bessie. Once again, it's been an amazing show. But if we want to keep growing, there's 2 ways you can help us do that. One, follow our podcast. So pull up your podcast player, click it right now and hit follow. Follow. And tell one of your besties to follow the show as well. Tell your great granddad. Even though just tell him it's a radio program. Just tell him
A program.
it's a really good radio program. You can tell that friend you used to rave with. Yeah, you know the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. And tell your pregnant Sims family about the show. Again, that's how we grow, and that's how we keep coming back week after week. Thank you, Bestie. We love each and every one of you.
Mwah. Thank you so much to Erin and Mary for sharing their dreams and their dream stories with us. We had an awesome time talking about it.
Well, friends, hope you don't dream of spiders tonight.
Oh my! You put that in our head.
But if you
now
do,
we're all gonna
if you
dream
do,
of
tell us about it. But until next week,
sweet
sweet dreams, bitches.
spiders.